Yeah. Dark clouds over the skyline. Voices in the distance. Hear the war drums. Two shadows in the spotlight. Let's go. We fighting in the shadow war. Echoes in the night. Pants like swords, every bar ignite. Legends in the dark where the truth is born. Every verse another battle in the shadow war. We fighting in the shadow war. Ghosts in the beat, every line leave a legacy. In the street when the lights go dim and the crowd want more. Two kings still standing in the shadow war. Look, I came from the basement where the pain was the tutor. Every rhyme was a bullet from a lyrical shooter. Now they study every syllable like musical rumor. But the rumor is the student became the producer of a storm in the booth when the truth starts raining. Lightning in the pen when the ink starts flaming. Everybody talking about the throne I'm claiming, but the throne just a cage if the crown ain't changing. I've been through the fire where the critics reside, where the vulture circle every moment you rise, where the fame turn a friend and the enemy spies. In the mirror show a stranger in the legend's disguise. But I sharpen my blade every time that I rhyme. Every line like a spark in the dark of the mind. If the war is the stage, then I'm ready to climb. Cause the shadow of a king still shines in the ground. We fighting in the shadow war. Echoes in the night. Pants like swords, every bar ignite. Legends in the dark where the truth is born. Every verse another battle in the shadow war. We fighting in the shadow war. Ghosts in the beat, every line leave a legacy. In the street when the lights go dim and the crowd want more. Two kings still standing in the shadow war. I walk through the valley where the echoes remember. Every lyric engraved like a spark in December. Every king in the game trying hard to surrender, but the crown gotta wait, make a man dismember. I've been praying in the silence of the thunderstorm, where the prophets and the poets get a different form, where the struggle in the city make a legend born, and the spirit of the people keep the mission warm. See the shadows moving slow in the neon glare. Every truth in my verse make the system stare. Every step that I take put a spark in the air. Cause a voice for the voiceless is a burden to bear. But the war never ends when the beat keeps breathing. Every rhyme like a scripture, the streets believing. Every stage like a temple, the soul's receiving. When the mic in my hand, hear the heavens agreeing. When the lies fade out, when the crowd disappear, only truth in the verse is the thing we fear. Every scar, every loss, every blood, every tear, turn a poet to a warrior, year after year together. In the shadows we rise, in the darkness we roar. Every legend got a chapter in the shadow war. Now the battlefield a booth and the weapon a rhyme. Every second a test, every record a climb. They were betting I'd fade with the sands of the time, but I carved my initials in the back of the sky. Every critic get doubted, turned silent and pale. Every rival that shouted now reading the braille of the bars that I wrote like a map of the trail, where the weak fall apart and the real prevail. See, the war ain't about who the loudest to speak, it's about who survives when the spotlight weak. Who can carry the flame when the mountain is steep and still stand with a pen when the world is asleep. So if shadows collide in the lyrical storm and the echoes of legends forever perform, then remember the night when the giants were born. Two tanks still fighting in the shadow war. We fighting in the shadow war. Echoes in the night. Pants like swords, every bar